It's only been a day since I've recorded my Neighbors review, and nobody has moved in there yet. But, oh boy, I would rather a fraternity move there than a sorority. I'm in Salad and I saw Neighbors too. It is directed by Nicholas Stoller. If you haven't seen this movie, I will spoil it for you. This is the one with Seth Rogen. And temperature check, it is 75 degrees outside. Humidity is 96%. On with the review. We're following the same couple from the last movie, but they're expecting a second child. And they have really messed up their first child. They leave the child alone all the time. The child's favorite toy is a sex toy. Constantly they're cursing in front of the child. And I'm like, this kid's like 4. It's impressionable. It's remembering what's happening. And of course there's a sorority that moves in. But what's interesting, we got this chick. She comes into college. She joins a sorority. And she's met with the fact that sororities aren't allowed to have parties or smoke weed or do drugs. They're supposed to go to the fraternities for that. And I find that to be really weird. Why? Why is that rule? Well, I think this movie is the reason why sororities can't have parties, but fraternities can. And it has to do with how women deal with conflict. You see, women deal with conflict in not aggressive ways, but passive-aggressive ways, underhanded ways. It all stems from biology. Women are weaker, they can't physically fight it out, and they're fighting for a man who can protect themselves. That's also why women hate each other, because they're fighting for competition, but they're not able to do it in a outward way, like men can. Men are just aggressively direct. That's why I like men more. But very direct. You know what a man's problem is. You don't know what a woman's problem is. So a woman, as is shown in this movie, will go through any lengths in the underhanded, sneaky way that they can to get what they want. And men will just do direct tactics, direct attacks, as you will. And women will just find a social reason to get you excluded from something, whether it be it gossip or, oh man, I heard this person did this, what? And then that word spreads around, and eventually you get hear of it, whether it's like some sort of consequence that's put on you because of what the woman said. Yeah, it all stems from biology. If you've ever wondered why a woman is like that, it's because she's physically weaker. They're having a second baby, and they're trying to move out of the house, and they're on escrow. And the buyers are like, hey, we're going to buy this house. And then this new sorority comes in, headed by this chick who wants a party sorority. And so she gets the house next door, and she's able to get a bunch of chicks to join. Even employs Zac Efron's character, and he's mad because they got him a criminal record. It makes it hard for him in the work. Everybody that was at the sorority with him, like that few years ago, yeah, they're now on with their lives, having adult lives. And he is just like, I only know how to party, man. This is my thing. I'm gonna help you guys. And so that's what happens. He helps the chicks out with the party house, and we got a full-on war. First, they go over and ask, hey, can you, like, be quiet, please? And then they're loud. And then they don't listen. They don't learn. And instead, they call the police. And then there's some, like, oh, we gotta get him with some underhanded tactics. And then there's, like, a bunch of chicks on their front lawn. And then they have to deal with that. They're like, oh, man, this is gonna make it less attractive for these people to buy our house. So what they do is they take some bed bug written things and put it all over their house. And so they have to pay for fumigation, and that makes it so they can't really, pay rent. And so this chick has an idea. oh man, I'm gonna rat on all of the drug dealers, and I'm gonna be the only one selling weed, and we're gonna have a party where everybody has to buy weed from us. And that's when Zac Efron's character is like, that's too risky. And then we got all the chicks, tune them out, start typing on their phones. We hate this man. Yeah, we hate him. We hate him so much. And this is a woman thing to do. Women hate logic. They only want emotions. All the time. And so this man, he's like, hey, this won't work. They hate being told no. They hate logic. And they hate when a man tells them, yeah, your idea isn't going to work. And they just tune him out. They turn on him, and then they're like, you know what, I don't think you should be here. I'm like, okay, women, this is your downfall. You need some big brain thinker who isn't thinking with their hormones, okay? You need somebody who's, yeah, there's the men think with their second head thing, but that refers to having sex with women. It doesn't refer to their logical brain being messed up. I mean, sleeping with a woman, yeah, sure. That might be like a bad decision, but that's called post-nut clarity. Women don't have that. They only have emotions when they feel emotionally attacked, when they get some sort of like criticism, like, oh, you can't be doing this, and they'd be like, we can't have this man around because he's suppressing us. He's making it so that women can't vote. Actually, you're actually oppressing us, Zac Efron's character. You're basically the same as people who force us to wear burqas. Oh, you're basically the same. That's how the escalation works in women's brains, and it's all emotional. So Zac Efron's character is like, alright, we're gonna shut this party down. They go to the breakers, they shut off the breakers, they basically just destroy the party, and they make it so that the chicks can't pay for the rent, and so they have to leave. But we got this buyer, he's like, what? There's a sorority there, you gotta make sure they're shut down. And so they have a big old narc to the dean, I think? Yeah, the dean. And basically shut the sorority down. And it's a good old fun time. You know, I don't like women. I don't know if you got that from this episode. I just find it really funny that they're dealing with women in this one. And women are grosser. You know, it's interesting how women be like, oh, men are gross. Have you seen their bathrooms? No, have you seen your bathrooms? I feel like they're like messy in different ways. Women, you just kind of like leave everything around all over the place. Lots of clutter. And then, I don't know, not properly disposing of tampons. And then men, they're just piss all over the floor. They got piss driblets. I mean, that's pretty much all you gotta worry about. Piss on the seat, piss on the floor. That's about it. But these women, they throw tampons at the house, and it's disgusting. And we got Zac Efron's character, he's like, wait, that was hilarious. That was like fake blood, right? No, that was real blood. He's like, bro, that's way over the line. That's disgusting. And I agree, that is disgusting. You're effectively throwing bodily fluids that are like 2 inches on either side of like major bodily fluids that people would just say is a no-no. You got piss and you got shit, and then you got the blood, and they're not that far apart, so anything that comes down there is no-go. No bueno. When it comes to attacking other people's with it. Or the spit, or cum. Well, that's men. I feel like men understand this. I don't know. Women are evil, and men understand what right and wrong are. And if you know a man in your life that doesn't know what right and wrong is, that's because he's a woman. Got him. Anyway, this was a fun time. I liked seeing the different way the sorority fought, but ultimately not being able to accept advice and doing some risky stuff. Oh yeah, they stole all their weed. That's what happened. They stole the weed and made it so they couldn't sell the weed that they had cornered the market on. And then, yeah, They basically just got knocked on that. Hey, these people are selling weed. What? You can't be doing that. And then shut her down. Oh man, I hate sororities. Much rather be in a frat party. And I feel like this is a different tone than the last movie, slightly. Like, I'm not a huge fan of, like, the child holding the sex toy joke. I don't like it. But I do like the sorority stuff. So I'm gonna give it... It's like a 6 out of 10. If you like this review, watch another one the platform really likes at $20 dinos for one movie review for 1 month because I hadn't watched anything growing up. And I'm trying to catch up on things that everybody else has seen. Go to patreon.com/ASEPresents to request a movie review. Also support the Daily Grindness by going to autisticboobs.com so you can go here. And until next time on Mint Salad Saw, I'll see you later, my sour croutons big bits. Oh no! There's women coming. I hate women. I gotta go.